Alright, guys, welcome to my seventh episode of Factions Wars. We are definitely rolling on this series. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. So, today, what we're doing is we are expanding the base. And basically, I'm making a huge trench and I added a huge sand wall. We're actually going to move the F home and stuff way up there because I feel like this design definitely can be improved, and it'll just give us a chance to redesign and reconfigure the base so we have a lot more space, and then actually redo the mob system. So basically, we're just going to reconfigure the base and put it up on the little island that we had. We're just going to have a really big tower and a bunch of slabs, which will add a lot of protection. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And I still haven't finished my cactus defense. It takes a lot of time to get a cactus farm set up and to get this cactus wall made and stuff. And we really haven't done it. And I got a new defense I'm actually working on, and I'm definitely planning to implement it on this new base. So basically, it's really not a new base. It's basically just reconfiguring the base and moving the vault uh, up in the air. And I'll just show you what I've done with this. So basically, I've just added um, a sand wall, and I actually just like this a lot better because it's just giving me a lot more room to work with. And we're actually going to do a 3 by 3 chunk if you see on minimap. So that's exactly 3 by 3, and we reconfigured our here, let me turn the opacity up so you guys can see. Alright, so look at those claims, and northwest corner is all weirdly claimed is because we're actually that's where our mob system is, and I definitely want a lot of protection for our mob system, and we're definitely going to move the grinders and stuff. We're going to put it, of course, in the middle because that's going to be the most safe part of your base. So I'm just adding sand walls. Uh, yeah, I've talked to my faction mates, and we're definitely on the same page now. Uh, in my idea, it was kind of a temporary base down there, and really no one has been doing any work down there. It's mostly just been me doing all the work, and which is fine. But this will give opportunity for my faction mates to work on the overall design of our base, and it'll be exciting. You know, I definitely don't like living underground. I like living above ground. It's you can see enemies a lot clearer, and there's more room to mess around and build with, and making farms and stuff. You don't have to excavate, which is awesome. I really don't like excavating then build the base. I just kind of like building the base. And so this is our defense right now. It's just a sand wall will have slabs. If they break through those slabs, they actually have to go all the way down to bedrock and break those slabs. So the trick is when you're adding slabs is not to just use slabs at bedrock. If you have multiple layers of slabs, that means they have to blow up the slabs at different Y levels, which is a great idea, which almost no faction uses. It's super surprising to me because it's such an easy concept is to have more slabs on your y-axis, so they have to remake their cannons, and it's just a really big headache. And can you imagine, say if you had just three walls, can you imagine blowing up uh, like say like 9 different y-axes of slabs? That would be a huge headache, especially when there's water. So you'd have to stack sand, blow up to the slabs. So that's kind of a trick that I've learned over over the 2 years I've been playing factions is adding tons of slabs. All right, so I've got a couple of trees, and I actually have kind of a new idea with trees. It's kind of out there, it's unconventional, but if you use jungle trees, you can actually make walls out of them very easily. It's kind of like, it's not like auto, I mean, it is kind of like auto building, but I think I'm going to do a video of that and I'll show you guys kind of what I'm talking about. So, also, in this episode, we're going to do the Regen chest and then organize all of our chests. So we'll get to that. All right, let's start with the Regen chests. This is actually going to be a really big project, and I got to sort all these chests, and there's actually a lot of chests back here too. So let's crack on with the Regen chest. So this is how it's going to be designed. Basically, yeah, this room is going to be a lot smaller than I would have hoped, but this is how it's going to be. I think I'm going to have 2 layers of regenerating chests. So let's get our chest, and I got my lava, and then we need some sort of block. So first thing we need to do is place any type of block on the chest. So I'm just using netherrack because it's extremely cheap. Then add another layer of blocks, and then we can actually fill these. Yeah, this can just be any type of block. It really doesn't matter. And the reason why I'm not doing it against the wall is because I really want a layer of water over the whole thing. And the reason why I'm doing that is because it's going to be much harder to cannon. If they can cannon in the vault, that's fine, but uh, they wouldn't have access to our chests. They would have to actually hybrid cannon this regenerating chest system. So right now we need just to add um, buckets of lava on top of the chest. It's actually a really simple concept, and basically all the big factions do this kind of regenerating chest system because it's auto locking. You can't forget to lock your chest. It's a wonderful thing about this type of system. I don't really like being all cluttered inside like a small base like this, but this is how you kind of have to do it. You really have to play really smart in the beginning, and basically you have to protect your stuff in the very beginning, and that's your most important priority. And that's what we're doing, is make it a nice secure vault. And this will probably be eventually, this is probably a few episodes away, I'm assuming, because I want to get a PvP episode, and I definitely want to get a good raiding episode. And then we can start working on our fake base, bunch of traps, uh, some awesome defense, maybe like TP some enemies here, and just really just have a really good fight, because that's what I'm all about. I just want to get some really good footage and have a really good time. That's my favorite part of factions, is defending on your own territory, because of course you get damage reduction, and it's just a lot of fun. You just, that's what I love about factions, is just when the rating is really good. TNT flying, explosions, armor breaking, potions. That's how faction's supposed to be played.